So hello everyone, I'm Tofu, welcome back to Californee, and in the last episode I did a villager hunt for the normal, the peppy, and the lazy villagers. And so now we've mostly got a progression episode, so I've got plenty of objectives I want to achieve. So that's building the bridge, moving the villagers in, getting the Able sisters on the island, hence the reason we're in the shop and obviously experiencing Mabel for the first time. I want the campsite built, and I want to find out who the Smug villager is. So plenty of things to be doing and getting on with, and yeah, let's just get on with that. God, they talk so much. Ma'am? Right, so I'm in the shop because I wanted to peruse and see if there were any DIY recipes that I could purchase early on, and just try and get that out of the way, because more recipes is always a good thing. Okay, so DIY for beginners, we'll have that. We'll also have the test your DIY skills. And even though there's no real use for it, I'm going to buy the pitfall seed recipe as well. Right, fabulous. Let's get on to progressing the island. And here we are. As we are going for a western desert theme island, obviously it will be a ghost town eventually, but the western desert theme, I thought a makeover was in order. So this is my look. I look ridiculous. There's something about the narrative-driven islands that just brings out the full moustache in me. It was the same in Jailtown. Now it's the same with Californee. I don't know what it is, but yeah. Moustache equals storytelling. Anyway, let's talk to Nook and see what we have to do. Okay, so Nook is sending me over the bridge recipe, so that'll be the very first thing we do. I must admit, I don't remember what we actually need, so let's just double check the recipe here. 4 sets of log stakes, clay and stone, so that should be achievable. Cool, and that's the bridge construction kit built. So now I've just got to kind of work out where I'm going to put it. So yeah, I actually have no idea where it should go. Generally speaking, I tend to put a bridge kind of down here to the left and towards the bottom of the island, so it would connect obviously the biggest part of the island up. That generally makes sense, but I am kind of tempted by this little island. I think it's cute, and I could just throw the houses on it. It kind of keeps everyone out of the way. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. Let's be different. Will it fit here? No, that's kind of annoying. Am I going to even be able to put it down anywhere? Maybe here? Let's see. Okay, that'll do. And so quickly before I skip to the next day so that the bridge is actually built, I'm just going to go around and basically look for the fossils. Because as this will be a western desert town, I think there's going to be a major focus on mining, so it's like a gold prospecting town, something like that. I think it only makes sense that a lot of fossils would be dug up, and so the museum would naturally have a lot of fossils, if not a full fossil collection. I'm not too focused on any of the other things, obviously the fish, the bugs, the sea creatures, or art. But I think it makes sense as far as the fossils are concerned. If you wanted to watch someone try and complete the museum in full, then I would recommend my wife Mumsy, because she's doing a 100% museum completion run island, so that's pretty cool. I've never actually managed that myself. I've got very close. My first ever island, I think I was like 3 pieces of art away, and realistically I should have finished it, but there we go. I just wanted to start a new island, and that's what happened. Anyway, I'm going to jump cut to me finding some fossils, and then we will move on. Like glorious, we have Mabel on the first day, so that's fantastic. Although it is raining, which is a bit sad, but there we go. Oh, and Nook's giving me a recipe for something to do with pine cones. Oh, trees bounty little tree. How delightful. So first thing I'm going to do is obviously go and speed over to Mabel and buy some of her wares, try and progress the Able sisters becoming onto the island. So becoming, I meant coming, but there you go. And something I must say is I'm sorry if I sound a little bit off with my audio. My hay fever that I mentioned in my last episode has properly turned into a full-blown cold. That means all the sneezing and just snot-filledness is, double, and also coughing fits as well, which is really fun. To be honest, that's the reason I'm recording. Generally I record late at night, but it's really stupidly early in the morning, so I had a coughing fit, I went downstairs because I didn't want to wake up Mumsy. And yeah, I thought, whilst I'm awake, I might as well record. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Let's buy this very lovely and cottagecore heart ribbon apron. And I'm also going to buy the checkered dress thing as well, was it? Oh, jumper dress. Because that's also cute. Okay, so random bits bought, so fantastic. Obviously we've got our little bridge here to our cute little island. Fantastic, fabulous. So I guess I'm going to move the villager homes just in this little area, because I might as well use it, right? So I did go to talk to Nook, but I don't have enough inventory space. So yeah, he wants me to drop a load of things. Billy wants to talk to me, so what do you want, Billy? Oh, he's going to give me reactions. Good lad. It's about time. Obviously it's only going to be the first 4, but you know, it's a start. Thanks, Billy. You're alright. And annoyingly, even though I should be clearing my inventory, I'm going to pick up that bottle, because why not? I need recipes, so I should also try and learn these as well while I'm here. Really random thing, but the absolute worst thing about me getting the cold was that it happened on the weekend, and Saturday was the hottest day that we had in the UK for the entire year so far. And yeah, that just wasn't a good time at all. I didn't sleep at all, which really didn't help, and I just felt really ill. And the worst thing about it is that... Oh, sorry, I got heavily distracted by that. No, I don't think I'll be wearing that. Let's just go with my moustache. Cool. But yeah, I did mention in the previous episode that there's plenty of places, like in America, like Australia, Asia, you know, that would probably laugh at the temperatures we have in the UK when we say we're on a heat wave. But all of our homes are insulated to try and keep the heat in. Like, we're usually a cold place, and so when it's warm, it's warm. And the homes, yeah, retain the heat. Nobody has aircon unless you're one of the very few people that had the foresight to buy like a portable one or have it installed. Me and Mumsy do actually have a portable air conditioning unit, but I say portable in quotes because it'd be like trying to shift a fridge up and down the stairs. It's heavy bit of kit, and frankly it's not really portable. But anyway, enough about that. Let's talk to Nook and get these homes put down. This moustache is giving me real Yosemite Sam vibes. But yeah, let's put down these housing plots down on this island somewhere. I would like to think that I would get enough Nook miles that I'll be able to unlock a few things, like the bigger inventory space and the tool ring, things like that. But I'm not going to be too focused on that. I'm mostly just trying to progress the island as much as we can. Obviously, get the villagers in the homes, get the campsite and the tailors onto the island, things like that. And whilst I need to do a lot of weeding, I'm definitely not going to be doing that on camera. That's a off-of-camera job. I always forget how big these plots are as well. I'm actually going to have enough space to put all 3 down. Oh, I'm not sure I am, you know. I might have to get rid of that rock in order to achieve it. I don't want to get rid of that rock. I like the rock being there. Fantastic. I wasn't sure I was going to get all 3 homes on and keep that rock where it was. So that's cool. I have had to get rid of plenty of the trees, but we can always plant more. So that's not the biggest deal. Right, now obviously the task of building all the furniture that we need and then putting them down in the various areas for each plot. So I'm going to go get my DIY bench. We'll plonk it down, we'll grab all the materials that we need, throw them down nearby, and then we'll get on that. First bloom pop of the island. Let's go. What do we think it's going to be? 3, 2, 1. And big reveal, go. It's a safe. Cool. Ooh, a solid gold safe. You know what? That's pretty fitting for the gold prospecting town of Californee. Good stuff. I just realised I didn't actually make myself a DIY bench, so let's quickly do that now. So I quickly just made myself a list as to what different furnitures and things that we actually need from all 3 plots. So I'm just going to go through the list, basically build everything that I can, and then I'll gather any remaining materials that I need at the end. And yeah, we'll get it sorted. I definitely need to build a ladder and then go collect the windflowers so we can build the reef for one of the homes. But we'll make sure we do that last. Like I said, I'm going to build everything that I can first, so let's get that done quickly. Okay, so I've managed to build everything that I could possibly build. I even built a birdhouse even though it wasn't required, so that was stupid me on my part, but there we go. I'm missing hardwood, clay, a little bit of stone, and then pears and weeds. So it's mostly for the pear furniture, and then I need weeds for the hay bed. Obviously I need to gather the flowers for the flower wreath as well. So I'm just going to quickly do that, and obviously gather the various materials I need. So I'll jump cut to when I'm then building the rest of the furniture. So I will see you in 2 seconds. Oh, how many pears do I need? I think it's 10 per item, but I really don't remember. I'm probably going to be wrong no matter what, so, you know, might as well try and get rid of some of these coconuts and apples and things that I've got on my person. Just free up a little bit of inventory space, which is obviously very valuable at the moment because we've only got the 20 spaces. Until we can obviously unlock the bigger space, but yeah, that's going to be a little while. Ooh, a cardboard box. Fell out of a tree. Probably should have made a note as to what materials I actually need. Like, I know I'm missing hardwood, but yeah, I already made a mistake when it came to writing down what furniture I needed for each plot. So, like I said, I built the birdhouse when I didn't need to. I wrote birdhouse instead of bird bath. So, it's a very Tofu-esque thing to do as well. Just be totally stupid, I guess. I'm going to blame it on me being not fully well, but it is a Tofu thing to do regardless. Okay, we're on the final stretch as far as the furniture items that we need. So I had to do a lot of hassle just to build the ladder because I ran out of basically every wood that we have. So I've had to go and chop down a load of trees. My axe broke, so I had to build a new axe, which meant I had to go and shake trees for sticks. Ugh, so much hassle. And I'm pretty sure I picked up enough weeds to make the hay bed, so hopefully that's a thing. I need one more orange flower. I keep double checking because I check the wrong flower each time, so that's cool. I think we're just about done. So let's get these final bits of furniture made and move on to the next day. Fantastic, that is all the homes done. So I guess we'll skip on to the next day, and yeah, we'll have the first of our 3 villagers moving in. And we have Pappy, our first villager. What a handsome boy. Nook also did say in his announcement that there is a workshop for the customization for furniture. So I'm just going to make a note of that so that I don't forget it. And yeah, again, that's another classic Tofu move. So just forgetting that that even exists. And then I'll quickly do my dailies and we'll move the next villager in. What do you want, Rocket? I want to bug you for something, Vroom. Have you introduced yourself to Pappy yet? I have. Oh, you're going to give Californee a little more personality. Is it going to be a trash can? It better not be. Oh, my pockets are full, so I'll never find out. Not until tomorrow. Oh, that's a pain. I could be wrong, but I think I saw Red and Harvey on the island. Ah, here we go. Here's Red. Cool. I always give these guys weird voices. Well, you from around here? Hi, my name's Red. I work in sales. And you are? Tofu. Well, great name. Intelligent. Strong. I can already tell we're gonna be pals. No. Family. I'm from unspecified state in the US. I have no idea what this accent is, so I don't know. I thought it was kind of fitting with the Western theme. You can tell me how I'm terribly, terribly wrong. Oh, look at this Harvey in the background, just lurking. So obviously got to talk to Red to buy one of his sketchy wares now, so just another thing to do. Harvey, what voice should I give him? Hey there, yeah, hey, you live on this island? I'm looking for gold! Again, what is this accent? I'm not going to bother because this is terrible. Yeah, obviously he's just going to let us know that Photopia exists and that we can go to his studio whenever we like. So that's cool. I never knew this. The secret beach is actually on the far left of the island. I don't think I've ever had that. It's always been central for me. And straight away I'm going to go with the statue because statues are always a pain in the backside for me to collect. For some reason they just don't end up in the circulation as much as the paintings. And I think each one of these paintings are fairly obvious with which ones are real and which ones aren't, so yeah, definitely go with the statue. It's a pleasure doing business with you. It's a new day and we say hello to our gorgeous anteater, armadillo, pangolin friend Annabelle here. And apparently me doing the voices, the accents for Red and Harvey really destroyed my throat because it caused the coughing fit off of camera. So I guess I'm not going to be doing any more of those, even though I made Red just devilishly handsome sounding. But there we go. We're going to move on to the next day, again after I do some dailies, and we'll move in our last villager. So I'll see you in 2 seconds. And the last of the three to move in, we have the adorable Margie. And some of the sharp viewers out there may notice that I said villager last time, and that's totally because I didn't forget which villager I had. I'm so sorry, Margie. You deserve better than that. She is gorgeous and I love her, and she's part of the anime movie, so yeah, very nice to have someone that I haven't had before. But we also have Mabel on the island, so I'm going to run off to her and buy some more wares. I'm pretty sure I've got enough materials to make the campsite as well. This Chimeo vest seems very fitting. Seems very Western. To me at least, anyway. And I'll buy this Parker & shirt just because it's a decent amount of money. I never know if it's a certain amount of money you need to spend with Mabel, or if it's just literally just buy something for 3 days in a row. Either way, I'll make sure that I'm covered. So I've totally been just skipping forward in the days and just trying to get Mabel. I'm doing no dailies, but there we go. Obviously, this is the 3rd day we've got Mabel. And as you can see, Resident Services is going into its permanent building. So, fantastic. Obviously, by the time we skip to tomorrow, we should have the Able Sisters and the new Resident Services, which means, obviously, Isabel. And after so much dialogue, she finally gives me the starter kit. So, let's try and find a place for this to go. I honestly don't think anywhere on the beach is big enough. This space at the top might be, but I'm kind of doubtful. Let's just have a look. Oh wow, okay, yeah, this is the spot. Fantastic. So we're going to have the Able Sisters. They're going to be on the beach, which makes things a little bit easier when we come to designing the island. And yeah, we now just need to move the Resident Services into its permanent building. And we're on the hunt for the campsite ground and obviously the campsite villager. So a quick dive to do my dailies again, and then we'll skip to the next day and try and make progress towards that. I have seen Daisy May creeping around, so I'll quickly talk to her. Maybe we'll buy some turnips in the future, who knows. She is pretty adorable though. And the introduction of Golden Papa herself. It is a shame that she doesn't do more on the island. Like in New Leaf, at least you could like get her to survey the area for projects and she would follow you around. Kind of make it feel like she was on a walk or something. You know, just a friendly walk with the villager, or the player I should say. So you wanted my help, Nook? And after so much dialogue and plenty of instances where he kind of tells you half the plan and then you have to go back into the dialogue menu, he finally gives me the recipe for the campsite. So we're almost there. Right, I'm pretty sure it's 15 of each wood and then iron, but let's just double check. It is indeed, so let's gather the materials and build that. Run over to our handy dandy villager island where I've accumulated various materials. I am Mr. Prepared, apart from all the other times where I was caught unaware for something. Okay, now where is this gonna go? Billy just pinged at me, so let's see what he's got to say. I want more reaction. He is the reaction king. He's the one that gave me my first reactions. He's just giving me a scared reaction or shocked reaction, I don't remember. Shocked. Okay. You're alright, Billy. You're doing me a service. Is this why people love you? This is why people think you should stay on the island, because you're just always giving. So we could have it directly in front of the Able Sisters. I suppose that's as good a space as any, right? I'm only really putting it on the beach just like all the other amenities, just so it's easier to move them around when we eventually design the island anyways. Ooh, we have a leaf for the first time. Fantastic. Let's buy a few bushes. I have no idea what bushes would work in a desert setting. Like, I imagine I would have a few bushes just dotted around, maybe in a oasis-like area where there would be a pool of water. So I'm probably not going to buy that many, but I like the hibiscus, so I guess I'll just get 5 of each. And we pop into the Able Sisters for the very first time on this island. Let's see if there's any cowboy-esque clothes that we can purchase. Quick answer to that was no, there wasn't. Well, let's go quickly bother Sable. We'll do that obviously daily so that we can gain her friendship, gain her trust, and she'll pass on the fabric designs and things that we can use for our bits of furniture. So I think there's a decent amount of space between the campsite and the Able Sisters. It doesn't look like it's too squashed in, which is always good. Okay, so we've got our big announcement. I've skipped forward and we have our campsite villager. So I did mention this previously, there's not really that many smugs that I think would suit the island perfectly. But I've got Roswell, Beardo, Lopez, Shep, or Kyle. Do we think we're going to get any of those? 3, 2, 1. Who do you think it's going to be? Let's find out. Ah, please be someone good. It's Kid again! We had Kid previously on one of the islands. I don't even remember which one it was. It might have been Rainbow Island. It might be Sheep Island, Crime Island. Oh, I don't remember. Like 7 islands or whatever it is far too many for me to remember all the villagers I've had now. It's getting to be a big old list. And so with the big reveal done, I guess I'm going to call today's episode here. So thank you so much for watching. Obviously we've made a ton of progress in regards to this island, inching ever closer to KK being on the island and unlocking terraforming, which is going to be cool. Hopefully you enjoyed what I did today, and if you did enjoy, please hit like and consider subscribing if you haven't done already. But I want to say a massive thank you, hope to see you in the next video, and until the next time, have a good one. And I actually have reactions so I can wave. Cheers guys, see you later.